It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Chargers and the Bills, coming up next.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Roberts now on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now room for Eckler, and all the way up to the 46. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Second and 5. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Second and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, it's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. To the air, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll dump this down to Matt Breida. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. 4 yards on the touchdown ground. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game. Still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards remain for second down. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 41 yards. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Allen going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
Looking for Beasley, got him on the slant. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
The couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Forced out to his left.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
Running on first down, Eckler. He's to the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
24 yards for Austin Eckler.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. McKenzie returning it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A big gain there for the Bills.
That is the exact right play call against that defense, so a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match, but give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. On the give, this is Singletary, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Second and 2.
Throwing now is Allen, and Diggs has it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. The tackle made by Levi Wallace. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. back to throw here, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Chargers.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the 24, Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is swung out to Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! It's complete. Jared Cook from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's McKenzie. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That ball don't belong to you, boy. That ball belong to me. 44 is the mic.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. That'll bring up second down. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Allen.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's Allen.
And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Allen, got to have this one.
That's taken in by Knox.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Now Allen.
Diggs with a good footwork. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Throwing is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it.